Thank you very much for your comments. And one of them really stuck out, which was that soap operas, soap operas are all about influencing people. I don't think soap operas are about influence. I don't even think influencers are much about influence. It's about exposure, and it's about being seen. And there have been soap operas which were designed to put out a message. The Archers originally was designed to put out messages for the farming community. Home Fires famously was set up by the British as the first, I think, BBC soap opera designed to lure America into the Second World War. Painted Dreams, I think, was the first soap opera on radio, an American show. Cheap radio drama backed by soap adverts in the 1930s, hence soap opera. And its main feature was its cliffhanger, which it picked up from Charles Dickens. It's not true that if Charles Dickens had been alive today, he would be writing soap opera. He might redefine the medium, but he wouldn't be writing the rubbish, the formulaic rubbish which is coming out today, and the characters that have significantly more dimensions than the ones we see today. Dickens is, well, the Shakespeare of his age. His characters lived on the page and came off the page, and they had a background which he didn't necessarily tell us. That's the joy of Dickens. It's the joy of Shakespeare, that clearly these characters had a life that we didn't see. And as for soap operas influencing people, I don't think this is necessarily true. I think they do influence people because people are behaving like rabbits, or not rabbits. I think that's probably what happens off screen. People are behaving like lambs, like sheep, when they watch these things, and they think this is life. It isn't life. Soap operas like to be current, but that's not life. All you have to do is look at soap operas, and you'll see that while they have lots of issues, drugs, alcohol, running out of money, they don't deal with the causes of poverty. They don't deal with the poor educational choices, with the crises, the constant crises that dog real people. And so, yes, they may have taken scientific advice in presenting Alzheimer's or something, but it's a storyline, and the characters are essentially static. They don't grow. There's no personal growth in a soap opera. It's about people who fail. We're waiting for the next failure because that's the next moment of entertainment. That's the next moment of drama. Just look at EastEnders. I used to look at EastEnders. I don't now. I wouldn't be able to switch it on. The characters don't even move. They don't leave. They can't. They're trapped in that strange little universe in Albert Square. It's extraordinary. They can't go beyond Albert Square. They can't go beyond the Crossroads Motel or the Cobbles in Coronation Street, because that's as much as the set that's built. Drugs, alcohol abuse, health scares. It's all essentially transient. It's primarily entertainment. They are events to captivate, to trap the viewing public, not a social analysis or genuine causes of concern. It's a charade of pity. And I think there's room for soap operas. And certainly I take my hat off all the time to the actors, the tremendous actors who go on night after night to perform in these things. It requires extraordinary skill to give them the life that the writing, frankly, lacks. And it's not the dialogue. The dialogue is often scintillating and brilliant. You only have to think of the wonderful Dot Cotton scenes. The dialogue is buzzing. It's the scenarios, the things which are imposed by production. Oh, let's have this, let's have that. Even if you go back to something like Byker Grove or Grange Hill, it's still issues rather than issues that arise from individual situations. So as I say, there really isn't any poverty in soap operas. There is, we see the effects of poverty, but it's the effects of poverty transposed into Albert Square, not real poverty. And somebody may be using a food bank for a short period of time. That is a plot point. I despair of the dominance of soap operas and reality TV, game shows, and the endless repeats of weather and news. It's cheap television. There was a point when television was significantly more cutting edge, interesting. I don't know where that's gone to. I don't think it's gone completely. I think it needs to be revived. And I think the soap opera is something that can be challenged and that can be turned around into genuine, real drama. But at the moment, it's formulaic.